This time, I've come to Nagoya Station, the gateway to Aichi by land. Despite being directly connected to the bustling Nagoya Station, I've heard there's a bright abandoned place here, so I decided to visit. Since I started this, I've visited so many bright, abandoned places that it's almost become a familiar sight to me, but I'm visiting again this time. I've heard that all the tenants, including Shante and Nante, have completely withdrawn. Even for me, this is so baffling that I'm actually getting excited. Apparently, if you go through this gourmet street called Umaimon Street, under the elevated tracks at Nagoya Station, you'll find CHANTE. Even so, there are so many people. I guess it's because it's right around lunchtime, but it's just people everywhere. Is there really a place ahead where there aren't any shops at all? The good food is here. Cross the street at the end of this road to find it. This is Shante. Unlike the crowded area earlier, it's quiet and deserted here. The entrance has a store directory, but it seems no shops are open. This doesn't look good. The bottom right text reads Nagoya Station Development. It's a Tokai subsidiary that operates commercial facilities like Asti and Umaimon Street within the station. Since Nagoya Station Development is operating it, I thought there would be something about it on their website, so I checked, but there was no mention of Shanten anywhere. There's a page called Stores Under the Elevated Tracks, and it mentions the area near Shin Nagoya Station. I think this might include Shanten as well, but I'm not really sure. Even though it's a facility with an official name, the fact that it's not mentioned on the website shows that they are not putting much effort into this facility. Well then, let's walk through the area you've all been waiting for. Walking from one end to the other takes just under 2 minutes. With shops lined up on the right side of Shante, a single street, it feels more like a shopping street under an overpass than a commercial facility. Even so, seriously, none of the shops are open and there are hardly any people around. In some places the lights are off, maybe to save electricity, but the air conditioning is working well. It feels kind of eerie, doesn't it? Also, I want you to listen carefully for a moment. You can hear birds chirping the whole time. In the previous century, there were 13 stores, but the number of tenants gradually decreased, and until recently, there was a shop next to the entrance. The liquor store was the last one still in business, but even that last store closed recently. Now that it has closed, there are currently 0 stores left. An underground shopping street after closing hours evokes this atmosphere. Since filming here doesn't bother anyone, you're watching this video. I recommend it, though my videos are probably not really necessary. I'll go outside and look at the bridge I walked to. There was a Tokai building. There were a few businessmen walking through Shante as a shortcut. I guess they eat at Nagoya Station, walk through Shante and then go back to their company. Right at the edge of Shante, next to the Tokai building, it stands looking impressive. There was a meeting room. I wonder if Tokai employees use it sometimes. If anyone knows, I'd like you to tell me. There were letters on the sign of the vacant tenant. It's probably an abbreviation for Nagoya Station Development, so it seems they haven't let go of it yet. At present, it seemed to me that it was only being used as a passageway, but apparently that's not the case. People from nearby restaurants and delivery workers were also coming and going, which was puzzling. Even though I'm extremely shy, I mustered up my courage and, knowing I might be a bother, asked one of the workers. It turns out that it's currently being used as a store's backyard. It's pretty bold to use such a prime location right next to Nagoya Station as a store's backyard. I looked back on Street View all the way to 2011. It's hard to see, so I could be wrong. It's possible, but most likely there were 9 stores operating at this point. However, from there, by 2014 the store count had dropped significantly to 5. Shante was almost empty, but it seems this didn't just start recently. By 2017, there were only 2 stores left, then it became just 1, and now there are none. It looks like no new tenants have moved in at all, and it's even a mystery whether they were ever recruiting new ones in the first place. It was made up mostly of individual restaurants, so it seems that many of them used to do business around here in the past. I guess the stores had to move out because of the redevelopment of Nagoya Station and ended up moving into Shante. However, I'm not sure when it actually opened. Although I'm not certain, I've done my own research to the best of my ability, so this is partly based on my informed guesses. I'll let you know, there's a place called CHANTE. The location is right under the tracks of the new line at the time the new line opens. I thought it opened in 1964, but even so, the logo seems a bit too stylish for that time. The design has a strong early Heisei era feel to it. Unless there was a major renovation on the first floor, the inside is also very clean, so it doesn't really seem like a facility that's been around for a long time. If you look closely, it also feels like it was developed together with the neighboring Tokai building. The building was apparently constructed in 1992, so maybe they were developed together. That's also a possibility. However, it used to be occupied by Shante. There's a record that the clinic opened in 1975, so if it never moved, then that must be it. I think it's a facility that's been around for a long time. That's about all I found out. But about 20 years ago, before Umaimon Street was built, it seems there were a lot of people passing by and every shop was crowded. I'd appreciate any additional information about Shante. Since I'm unfamiliar with the area and can't get the exact scale, I must rely on online information. This is the best info I have. It's my first video about Nagoya, and I hope locals will watch it. Lately, the speed at which tenants are pulling out is just abnormal. As for the tenants that closed down, they shut down because their sales were bad. It doesn't seem like that's the case. They were just evicted. To the average person, it just seems like it's become an air-conditioned passageway. Urban development and the creation of Umaimon Street have led to decreased foot traffic here, causing this place to lose its purpose. It's true that the number of shops has decreased, so my guess is that the recently closed tenants were probably evicted. That's just my speculation though. What's puzzling is that the upcoming redevelopment plans for Nagoya Station don't include this place in any of them. First of all, this is the Nagoya Station Area Urban Development Plan announced by Nagoya City in 2014 in preparation for the linear Chuo Shinkansen. The location of Shante is here, and it's not part of the redevelopment target area. Next, as of the time this video was released, the recently announced Nagoya Railroad's Nagoya Station District Redevelopment Plan. This location differs from Shante's. Apparently, due to large-scale renovations and land reinforcement, there have been rumors about people being forced to move out and various other things, but I don't really know if any of it is true. Many rumors are circulating. Since it's just rumors, I can't say anything for sure. I really don't know what will happen in the future. As for the facility, even if I ask Nagoya Station Development, they won't tell me anything since the information hasn't been announced yet, so all we can do is wait for further updates. As the number of tenants recently dropped to 0, an announcement may come in the next few years, but currently, there's no information available. This is the first time for the facility. It was my first time, but I had fun investigating various things like a detective. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.